He may be built like an action figure, and he may have laid waste to more actors than TMZ in shows like Game of Thrones and movies like Conan the Barbarian.
Conan!
But there was a time when Jason Momoa was actually bullied. Growing up a hippie kid in Iowa, spent his fair share of his time, as he says, stuffed in lockers. Well, no one's bullying him now. Former model and off-screen leading man to Lisa Bonet of the Huxtable clan, Jason found his footing as an actor in the short-lived show Baywatch, Hawaii.
They'll plant my ass before they send me home.
And then after that, struggled to find roles. Baywatch can do that to an actor. When he finally did hit, though, it was on this, the aforementioned Game of Thrones. Jason was a fan favorite, and he brought the same ferocity to his next role as the title character in the bloody reboot of Conan the Barbarian.
I have a claim to you. And what claim is that, Jack?
Now Jason's squaring off against his childhood hero, Sylvester Stallone. It's a new action movie called Bullet to the Head.
You're gonna fight or you plan on boring me to death?
Jason Momoa, everybody!
Hey, bud. Great to see you, man.
Nice to see you, too.
How are you?
Thank you.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
The exact same ring.
I know, man. Who's had it longer?
I've had it mine a few years. How about you?
6. This is my engagement ring.
Dude.
Me and my wife. To the day we die. There you go.
It's kind of like a threat.
I know. Just leave a mark on. So I was like, all right. I watched Strombo, and I was watched your show, and I saw you and Slash on here, and I just kind of had a bit of a freak out. Did you have a? And I saw your ring, and I'm like, we got the same ring.
That's amazing. You know, it's funny. I saw Keith Richards with the ring, and I went, I need to get that ring.
Exactly.
That's good, man.
Yeah, the Courts and Hacking. I heard you on stage talking about Courts and Hacking.
Yeah.
That's these guys. They rarely. It's hard to find.
Yeah, totally. Schwarzenegger has one, but his is kind of a crappier version of ours.
Yeah, we're way better.
Yeah, totally. Well, it's really nice to have you on the program.
Yeah, thank you. It's good to be here.
Here's another reason why something like Bullet to the Head is cool, because it's not just a film with you and Stallone doing your thing, but you're in New Orleans and it's post-trouble and it's greed and corruption, so there's got to be social commentary for it to be relevant. Yeah. Did you feel that when you read it?
Absolutely. I mean, the thing that struck me the most is, you were talking about those 80s movies that we grew up on. And it's Stallone. I mean, he's a self-made man. He wrote Rocky. He's Rocky and Rambo, and I'm like, how can I not do this? You know, at the very end, it's an axe fight with Rocky. I was like, I think I can do this, and I'll be immortalized by my son for the rest of my life.
Regardless of if the script was good or bad, would you have said yes just to do it?
Absolutely, because of Walter Hill, too. Yeah. Walter Hill's another idol. He did Warriors and obviously 48 Hours. And I think there's those guys are like a throwback to real veteran directors like Eastwood. And I just feel like he has there's this masculinity, still vulnerability, and they have a little bit of comedy in there and a sense of humor, which Stallone has, and that's fun to do.
I heard when you were getting into Conan, Conan, you were just like eating chicken every 2 hours, working out 6 hours a day, and listening to metal.
Just metal. I love metal. And then, I mean, I love everything. I love all types of music, but I mean, when I'm training, yeah, I'm not listening to Bach when I'm doing my... It's Pantera, it's Rage Against the Machines, the old Metallica. I mean, I love pretty much all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it's actually funny, in my trailer, they used to have a big mirror. And I wasn't with my wife because I was in Bulgaria. It's the winter. It's cold. There's not much to do there. Just like leave the kids home in LA and we'll be fine.
Your wife being?
Yes, my wife being, yep. And so...
Well, you could say it.
My wife being a very pretty woman, and she's beautiful, and I love her.
Did she say you can't say my name on TV? Is that what she said?
No, she didn't. My wife's Lisa Bonet.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'm a very lucky man. Man, you lost my train of thought there.
You had the mirror in your trailer.
Yes, I had the mirror in my trailer, and the funny thing is I wasn't with my wife for 2 months, and I put just nude pictures everywhere of women. And I had this 60-year-old Bulgarian woman, and she would just she'd work on me. I'm like, I'm sorry, it helps me get angry. And she's like trying to translate it, but literally with all that around you, and you can't do anything about it. And then I'm listening to death metal at like 6 in the morning. I'm all like, I'm like, action! So then it's just like, that's what gets my blood going. There's no release. It's coming at those, you know what I mean? Chopping heads off.
What are you going to be like when you're a 70-year-old actor doing that?
I don't know. Heart attack.
That'll be a little bit too far.
Yeah. That was my character moment.
Did you read Game of Thrones? How familiar were you with it before?
I did, yeah, absolutely.
Your guy does some bad things, man.
to bad people.
Yeah.
I think we all agree they deserved it. I actually have a funny story. My wife was with me the whole time I was filming, and my children. My child was there when I ripped the guy's throat out. Like, literally, the family goes where I go. Sorry. I'm not sure if that's the best move, but my wife knows everyone, loves everyone, never read the book, never saw the series. Premiere comes, she's like, let's go. I'm like, I don't know. The first 2 episodes are shown. I'm like, I don't know if we should go. I just feel like I don't say much. And I'm like, I don't feel comfortable around those people. And she's like, no, let's go. I'm like, let's not go. And so we got through it. And she's like, listen, I'm going to watch it. I hear, she's going to see it. So the whole season comes out. I'm always going over to my buddies where we play poker and stuff like that, and I like watch it over there at the guy's place. And then she never saw it, so she watched the whole thing. And I went to bed. I wake up in the morning, and I'm just like, oh, and she's just staring over me like adoringly, like I'm like, what's up? Morning. And she's like, I love you. I'm like, I love you too. And she's just like, I've been up all night watching Game of Thrones, and then I got laid. It was amazing.
That's amazing.
It was like my wife finally she loved it because it's such a good series. It was a great moment. You know what I mean?
And it's a series that
I haven't been late since, but
it's a series that gets you into the conversation like Bullet Ahead, gets you in a conversation with guys like Stallone. So do you feel like your career's taken a slot? Because I know after Baywatch, it stopped for a while, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I
don't know Baywatch. Can we just look at this? This is a clip. No. Look, man, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
Oh, get out of here, man.
It's like the old school Hollywood stories where girls would stand at the corner of Hollywood and Vine and wait to get discovered. He was folding T-shirts and somebody discovered you.
We don't have to keep the picture up. You can take it down now. We all got that.
Okay, we can take it.
Yeah, I was absolutely. I was getting to know my father. I was going to school in Colorado, and I was getting to know my father better. And so I wasn't raised by him, and I went over to go surf with my family. And sure enough, Baywatch Hawaii came down. I went to go meet a bunch of hot chicks. I was 19. What do you do?
What you did.
Exactly. And then they got the lead role, and then it changed my life. And here I am on Strombo.
As half Hawaiian, do you think, damn, I could have been president?
There is no way I would want to ever. That'd be prison for me.
That'd be bad.
Yeah.
Big part of being an adult, especially men, we just kind of caught up with the way we present ourselves and the way we're perceived. But to be good at this, to get that part, you have to really be vulnerable. You have to kind of let stuff go.
Right.
Did you have to work to get to that place where you're always good at being that open?
You know what? Like I said, I was raised by women, and I think it kind of helped me as being my mom's painter and dad, and everyone in the Hawaiian culture is very open and aloha, and I think it helped me. Some of the strongest actors and people in the world have to access that. You've got to be vulnerable. I just happen to be trapped in a hero's body. I'm joking. I'm an artist trapped in a superhero's body.
But you are, though. But you are.
Oh, man.
What is that? Do you do that on her? Do you just say that?
Oh, man, yeah. I throw that at her all the time. Anyways, yeah.
It's super fun. Dirty Harry or 007?
Oh, geez, what? Dirty Harry.
Daniel Craig or Sean Connery?
Daniel Craig. Oh, man. Oh. That's so tough, Sean Connery.
All right.
Sorry.
Frida Kahlo or Pablo Picasso?
I have to do Frida Kahlo only because my wife she'll divorce me.
This next one she might divorce you over this one too. Bill Cosby or Richard Pryor?
I'm definitely going Richard Pryor.
Oh, hey.
You have her on your show.
Really?
I don't know. Bill Cosby. Put me on the spot, man.
It's a fair question. Do you ever every now and then look around and go, oh, you're on the Cosby Show?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I'm like, Huxtable sweater.
Do you have a Huxtable sweater?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I want to hear.
Oh, man.
So great to see you, man. Thanks for coming in.
Cheers, man. Thank you very much.
Jason Momoa, everybody. Bullet to the Head is the film. We'll be right back.